Well, I know some of you look at this video and say, what happened to that guy's hair? And I got to be honest with you, I just love no maintenance haircut. And I know I don't look very good in it, but you're just going to have to deal with it, okay? That's not what I want to talk about today. I want to mention something that I actually referenced in my sermon at New Life this past weekend. It's a philosophy called Moralistic Therapeutic Deism. And we're studying in Colossians, and we came to a verse that says, don't let anyone carry you away, kidnap you, and haul you away with vain, empty human philosophies. And it occurred to me that what I'd studied about moralistic therapeutic deism seemed to fall into that category. Basically, there was a researcher named Christian Smith who was at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and he and his team conducted interviews of about 3,000 American teenagers. And they collected all the data and analyzed it and came to the conclusion that it seems that the mindset of the American teen is one that he termed moralistic therapeutic deism. It's not really a cohesive theology or worldview. It's more a collection of thoughts kind of rattling around in the minds of teens, and really in the culture at large, not just teenagers. But I don't know if you've been introduced to this concept or not, so I wanted to give you a couple of thoughts about it, define it for you. Moralistic. The idea is this, that American teens believe there is a supreme being and that he has created things and he kind of watches over the world. He's not overly involved, but he's there, and he mainly is concerned that people behave, that they try to be good and treat each other, people well, and especially be nice. That he is nice and he really wants people to be nice and to be fair with each other, and that nice and fair and good people will end up going to heaven when they die. So that's the moralistic part of it. Therapeutic. The idea is that God is the big therapist in the sky, and he kind of exists to help people solve their problems, and he comes to their aid when they call upon him, and for whatever ails them, he's there ready to provide some kind of a treatment plan so that they will have peace of mind. So that's the therapeutic part of it, moralistic, therapeutic. And deism, you probably recall that term from a couple centuries ago when it was popular philosophy, and that's the idea that God, he made things, but then he kind of stepped back and he's not real involved in people's daily lives. And so the students in this study seem to communicate that that's what they believed about this God, that he is on call when you're in deep, yogurt, when you got problems and you need help, he's on call for that. But other than that, he's not really that involved in your personal life. And he's certainly not involved in those areas where you don't want him to be involved. The research team concluded that the prevailing view of the students was that God is kind of a combination divine butler and cosmic therapist. That he's nice, he wants people to be nice, he's there to help you if you get in deep problems, but other than that he's not very involved. He's very undemanding, he's totally non-judgmental, very tolerant of lots of different views, and that he's basically just nice. And my question to our congregation was, is that historic Christianity? I mean, when I hear that, I ask questions like, where's the majesty of God? Where's the holiness of God? Where's the greatness of God? Where is the awesomeness of God? Where is his justice? Where is his wrath? Where is his grace and mercy? Where's Jesus Christ, the cross? Where is redemption and reconciliation and atonement and regeneration? And where's the resurrection in all of this? And it's not there. It's not a part of moralistic therapeutic deism. And so I think the challenge for all of us is to be alert to the human philosophies that are floating around in our day, that sound good, that most people seem to take for granted and believe, but may not in fact be based in truth. And when a philosophy is not based in truth, then for those who believe it, they're actually being deceived, and they are enslaved. They're brought into bondage, into slavery by a philosophy that is demonic in origin and has no basis in truth. So let's buck that trend, and let's wrap our lives and our hearts and our minds and our souls around the truth of the gospel of Jesus Christ.